Hi Pisces, and welcome to your July the 15th to the 31st, and thank you for all your support. You gave me so much support in my last reading, and it just so helps to keep the whole process going. Okay, you get the Swans. Okay, quite a lot of people have got the Swans. The Swans is obviously about a relationship. Now, it did come up in reverse. The Lenormands don't tend to do reversals, but I will say that it did come up in reverse, which means there might be some confusion about a bond. I'm not sure what it means yet. I'm assuming the rest of the cards will tell us what this... It's funny, your Virgo got the Swans, your opposite, and who else got it? Capricorn. So there's quite a lot. I wonder if it's Venus beginning to move forward, coming out of the shadow. So Venus issues are going to be very, very important. Maybe that's why the Swan's coming back. As I said, it was in reverse. So there might be a double meaning for that. I'm going to cut one more time. So try and give me clear-cut messages for Pisces. Everyone's has been so confusing. Very complex readings coming out. So the Nine of Cups behind you. The gift is a Two of Cups, yeah. Basically. The challenge is the High Priestess. Seven of Wands is other people's energy. So maybe that's why it came out in reverse. I love the Seven of Wands card. But it's quite a protective energy. Look, so maybe that's why it came out in reverse. Ten of Swords underneath the Two of Cups. Don't worry about the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords can be for some an ending card. For some it's not. It's about choosing not to live your life in fear, which is the Nine of Swords. Sometimes to understand the card, you need to understand the card before it. So the 9 is I'm fearful, the 8 is I'm stuck, and the 10 can be that complete leap of faith. So we don't know. Then you get the 7 of Swords. Complicated relationship dynamic with the World card. So you begin with the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups is about wish fulfillment. It is a party of one with the Nine of Cups. I mean, it can be about sharing with other people because there's only one figure in this deck, even though there's 9 cups. And he's opened up his heart for other people to come and share. So it's a very, very beautiful, very, very Piscean card when we're in our glory, you know, and our hearts are very, very open. I've got Pisces, Moon, Venus, so I work with Pisces an awful lot. It's a very open card. It's about the heart, green, a sense of abundance and openness. And the gift is the Two of Cups, which is about partnership, soulmates. Soulmates come in so many shapes and forms. The challenge is the High Priestess. And the Nine of Cups, there only is one figure. So I'm already getting a picture of maybe a little bit of division between you and the other person. Because the other person's energy is the Seven of Wands. See, the door's open. The door is open. But he's almost standing there saying, who is it that's coming in? There's a sense of the person that you're dealing with is that they're not closed. That's more the Four of Pentacles. They're open to negotiation, but there's still an energy of being a little bit in defense, Pisces. And I wonder if that's why the High Priestess is the challenge. Because even though there's a relationship, there's a little bit of separation here, which, listen, 1, 2, you're my 4th reading, and I would say 3 out of 4 people have got the same dynamics. It could be the virus. People could be across the world. They could not, maybe they can't get that close. Now the What's the Ten of Swords about? One card to clarify the Ten of Swords. See, I'm one of these people who love the Ten of Swords, especially when it's with the Fool card. It's like, woo, no longer feeling, ready to move forward into new beginnings. It's with the Empress. So the Empress is about love. This is love you can see and you can touch and you can feel. Yeah. She's about prosperity, Taurus, but sensuality, you know, sort of closeness. There's a strange little dynamic going on here. I'm going to see if I can clarify. What is this about? There's something going on here. Yeah. Another card. So you get the Garden, which is the Empress. Socialization, openness, very much in line of Cups and the heart and openness. You also get the Snake though. I think there's definitely some Pisces that are choosing to walk away from a situation, by the way. Some of you might be in a situation that something has ended, okay? And there's a potential new beginning here with the Empress and the Garden, because that's about openness, connection, love, a little bit like the Nine of Cups. But because the Ten of Cups is there, Ten of Swords is there, and the Snake, for some of you there's also a cut. So for some of you, you're having to cut something to get to the new beginning. Some of you are making a cut from something in the past. It's been the eclipse season. Everyone's making a cut, by the way. But yours making a cut because your value system has changed and you're making a different choice here. Can I just carry on? I've had to clarify everyone's reading. The Seven of Swords again. So the Seven of Swords is things still being in the shadows. Shall I stay? Shall I go? This is analysis paralysis. The mind is not a vehicle to make our decisions by, Pisces. Okay? We can do a little bit to make sure that we're safe, but the mind is not a tool for making choices with. Our gut is our second brain, and our hearts and our instincts, not our mind. Because all the mind does is keep us in this state of living in it's like being stuck, not in the future and not in the past. But then you get the World card, which is the conclusion of a story in order to move forward to the Fool card, the brand new beginning. For some, this is clearly dealing with matters of the heart. Okay, I think that's why. So Lenormands don't read reversals. Well, that's how I'm taught. They're only my new babies, by the way. But the Swans, the fact that it came out in reverse would have some sort of meaning. So it's not the opposite of the Swans card, but it means quite often the situation is a bit more complicated. And I don't think, Pisces, you're used to complications. You're the last sign of the zodiac. You have all the signs. So all the impulses, all the energies into one. Some of you, this might be only for a few people, by the way. Nothing I can do, Pisces, if it's not for you. Some of you are having to make a cut because you're going forward and you're living your life according to your own values and your own heart. Okay? Definitely. There's no doubt about it. Because the Snake, the Ten of Swords, and the World card. Yeah. And the gift of the Two of Cups. The wish fulfillment card. The Empress and the Garden. It's definitely about love. Okay. There's no other way that I can read these cards, guys, and I'm thinking about yous who are my viewers, and this isn't for you. Now, the only way if this isn't for you, so this can clearly be, see, the Two of Cups can be any sort of relationship dynamic. It can be you and a child, you and an employer. You know, it's about a relationship with another person, okay? And these cards are about love. I feel quite emotional, actually, because they're clearly about love. And someone, I wonder, you know what I need to do? What does the Ten of Swords and the Snake mean? I think that's what I'm struggling with. What's the Ten of Swords and the Snake? Give me one card, because these can be endings. Psh, definitely. The Star card. She's Aquarius, but Aquarius is about transparency. If we don't have a relationship that's not transparent, we don't have a relationship. We have a, what do you call it? We have a contract. And love is not a contract. Love is a decision we make. So, you might be dealing with something complex, and you're definitely dealing with something complex in a relationship. Who's the other person's energy? Because this person is not closed, but they've got boundaries up. Who is Pisces dealing with, please? One card. The Fool. I think you're definitely dealing with an Aquarius. There's so much Aquarius energy here. If not, Aquarius rules transparency. We're moving into the age of Aquarius. It's not a cliche, guys, by the way. It's real, okay? Aquarius is about openness and transparency. It seems to be, if any of you are making a decision to leave something behind, what you're leaving behind is about not living totally in your heart energy and totally living in the truth. Some of you might be dealing with someone who's having a little bit of a struggle with the Ten of Swords and the Snake, okay? So, and you've been asked, the Empress in the Garden and the Two of Cups is the gift, is about love. What is this energy about? I'm perplexed here. Yeah, it's the Mountain here. You know, some Pisces might be looking at the lives right now. You know, there's clearly a very, very powerful message about love. There's no doubt about it. But there's equally a powerful message about an ending. And a feeling of, oh my gosh, how can I achieve this? How can I do this? Now, the World card is the Master card. It's ruled by Saturn. No one likes Saturn. I love Saturn. Because Saturn teaches us that we become a master by doing the things we don't want to do. And sometimes doing the things we don't want to do is having a conversation we don't want to have. It's about being in the truth, and it could be anything like a job we don't want to be in, but trying to avoid dealing with it. Some of you maybe have been trying to avoid an ending, but your hearts clearly belong somewhere. Or you're dealing with someone who's not fully ended a chapter of their lives, and you're looking at going, oh my gosh, this love is impossible. When the World card shows up, it means you've got access to one mighty power. And only Saturn has got the ability to climb that mountain. to get to what it wants. Yeah. So it's that 80-20 rule. 20% of the time, do things that you really don't want to do. And that's how we become the master. And that's how we get the life that we want. And the reason why most of us don't have the life that we want is we won't work with this mastery energy. Oh, a little bit confusing here. I think this reading might only be for a few of you. One more message for Pisces. Actually, give Pisces a guidance card. Ooh, you get it again. The age of Aquarius is the age of transparency. She is naked. Her spiritual eyes wide open. You know what? It's okay to struggle sometimes with the mountain and having to access, but this is about clear-cut communication. This is also the card of Aquarius. This is the age we're moving into. A relationship that's not got transparency is not a relationship. It's a setup. It's an old karmic bond that we have. I want to ask for a card for the other person that Pisces is dealing with, even though they might not even be watching. Just in case. One card for the person Pisces is dealing with. Get the Six of Cups. Reconnection, love, joy, being in the heart. You know, Pisces, my email's below for personal readings. I work about a 3-4 day. I'm booked up for 3 or 4 days in advance. Something really complicated. I want to apologise if this reading is not for you. There is nothing I can do with the readings that I get. There's someone who's watching and this is their reading. You're going to have to find the strength of Saturn to climb that mountain. Having the conversation you don't want to have. And you know, Pisces, would it help you if I told you that I've got conversations that I don't want to have, that I need to have? And it's like haunting me. Seven of Swords, it's like niggling at me. So you're not alone. Yeah? What's true for one is true for us all. But there's clearly the potential of some great love here for you, for some of you. If not love, just living your life according to the values that are important to you. Anyhow, Pisces, I don't know what else to say. Love you so much. Take care. Bye.